What
football
up?
players
What
out
up? What
here.
up?
So Amari's not out here as well with his heel, but Dak's
Everything
got a little
set
back
up.
issue he's battling there. But we've got
Drop the camera. All right, there we go. We're good to go. Yeah, so the scrimmage has been underway. They look like they're in the 2 minute drill and stuff right now. So I'm actually watching on YouTube.
probably stretched the field better than Cole did. So, and then on top of that, he's got that quarterback mentality. He's very quarterback friendly. All our coaches and scouts have noticed that. You know, he's a real leader in terms of the huddle, in terms of the
My
receiver
guy
room. So
Elton is
it's
texting
been
me
a
right
great,
now.
great
Too bad I
addition for
can't get
us.
him on, man,
No
because
way
YouTube
anything against
changed the
Cole.
way
We think the world of Cole and wish him
like you
nothing
can't
but
do
the
the
best.
Google
But
Hangouts
you
anymore.
know,
So
one of
it's
the
been
things
really,
that's
really
real
tough. I'm gonna
interesting
figure
is
it
our
out though.
top four receivers weren't on our team when we started the 2018
So
draft.
far,
And
Dak
so
I think has
one
led
through
to a couple of
four
field
are
goals.
kind of new to the scene
Actually,
over the last
Pollard
15
scored
months, but
scored in the red
they're doing
zone
a great
on a
job, and
really
Dak's
nice run.
adapting with Dak. Dak's
Uh,
really, I think, getting comfortable with them. They
Cooper
all
Rush
have their roles,
scored a touchdown
you know,
rushing.
from Amari to Gallup to
My guy
Cobb
Mike
to
White driving a little bit, but
Kayvon.
they
They've
kind
done
of. I
all
think it
doing a
led to a
great
field
job,
goal.
all working hard at it, and all bring something to the table.
Your
Hey, he missed
impressions
that
of
kick.
what the running
Whoa.
backs have done so far without Ezekiel Elliott here?
So
Well,
right
I
now,
think they're
Stephen
all doing
Jones
a
is
great
being
job.
interviewed
Obviously,
by Mickey
I
Spagnola.
mentioned early on that 36 Pollard
If you can
really
hear him.
stepping up and doing a great job. He brings so much to the table with his special teams. But what we're seeing out here, what he brings, the dimension of catching the ball out of the
So
backfield,
far, though, the
and then
defense
of
has
course
played
his
really, really
run. A
well.
lot of
I
people
think
wanted to
Xavier
really
Woods ended up with
put
another
him in
pick.
that nickelback type role, but I think he can take the carries as well. And then of course you get a veteran who we all know can play the game
What
well.
I'm starting to see, though, I see a lot of fans, they are
Work
panicking
him a
talking
couple of
about
pieces
Dak
as
right now.
well
I think he looks
too.
good,
And then
considering there's no
young guys,
Amari.
Jack
What's going on,
and Sean are
Brian?
doing a good job as well.
No
So great
Amari.
group. Obviously,
Really, though, man, Elton brought up a very
it'll
good
be great
point
to have him back
where he
as well.
texted me
You want to
talking
break
about
any
John
news on
Viz
him or anything?
BSing.
We
And
got
I
no
think so,
news,
too, because every
unfortunately,
time
right
I've
now.
looked,
I guess
and
they
it's
don't
not
want to
even
talk
just
to us
today,
yet. So,
but every time it seems like
no,
Dak
this
throws
is
the
the
ball
best
down the
news.
field, he's
Yeah,
falling
we're talking
down.
about
Like,
three of
get
our
your ass
not
up,
only
man. You need
best
to stay
football
up and
players,
make a
but best
play.
people. And we're gonna figure this out at some point, and we'll just keep grinding away.
Okay, Stephen, thanks very much for joining us here. Bill, back to you.
All right, Mickey, our thanks to the Cowboys Chief Operating Officer, Stephen Jones. Not a lot of
So
conversation
far, though,
going
I
on
will
right
say
now
this.
between
The offense
Cowboys
could be
themselves.
okay
If there was,
without Zeke.
no,
We could survive,
You know what's funny though,
but
Steven and Jerry,
ultimately, they're going to have to get something
They
done.
really are. I mean, you ask him a
They're
direct
going to have to
question,
get
you
something
get a
done with
direct
Zeke.
answer. So yeah, he's like, yeah, we're
Period.
working on this, but he's really tongue in cheek right there. But again, he's absolutely right.
What's
This is
going
a
on out
business,
there, you
and
guys who are watching?
that's the side of this that's really unfortunate.
What's
though.
going
But
on? I know that
again, he
Mark
has
is
to
streaming
hold
as
strong
well, but
because he's got so many
I like to do
players
this
that this is
real
a
time.
roster that's young and it's deep, and all of a sudden, if you came on one guy,
One thing Brian Broaddus was talking about
let me
was
ask both
Mike
of you,
White
we get
earlier.
ready
He
for
said that Mike
scrimmage
White
time
really
here,
needs to
but
step up
with
at
the
this
ones
point.
out there just
All the things that
now,
I've seen, Mike White looks well. He looks good. It looks like he's doing his reads and everything like that. So, I mean, I'm going to trust Brian's word because he sees him every day. But in my opinion, it doesn't really look like he gets as many chances as he could. Maybe that means that they're setting their ways with Cooper Rush being the backup. I hope that, see, what I was hoping is that those guys are going to compete for the backup position. But it looks like, man, they're probably going to go, if it's going the way that it's going, they're probably going to keep three quarterbacks, which I don't want, but
I think that he doesn't have to line up in
looks
the
like that
slot
could happen.
because he's a down the field guy.
Okay,
like
so
Brian
right
says, he
now,
can line
Mike
up
White
all
is
over
in,
the field,
Mike
which will open
Weber
things up even
is
more
the
because
running back.
Cooper's the type of guy that can play in the slot. That's a little bit different than what Beasley had with Dez. Dez kind of lined up on one
Screen
spot. I
pass to
think because of
Weber.
the versatility, Cobb and Cooper
Ooh,
give
he
you
got
a lot more
laid.
than
All right, we're taking
Who
it
is
to the
that?
ground now. There's Mike White at quarterback.
Yeah, nice
He's number
job, though. They throw
56.
the screen coming out the
It's a
right
good
side,
screen,
though.
good game.
Really hustle play by Joe Jackson coming from
Oh, that was Joe Jackson that came in.
This is a kid
Oh,
from
yeah,
Miami. They were
he ran him down from the
Good
backside.
ball. Screen outside, though. You got some blockers. Here comes Weber. They got everything kind of secured, and bam, there's a big hit.
About a 9-yard gain
Nice job
on the
by
screen, but yeah, Joe Jackson came
coming
straight down the
all
line and
his
smacked him,
right
though.
defensive end position.
Fifth-round draft pick out of Miami, out of the U.
Yeah, they were surprised that he was still there in the 5th round. They thought quite a bit about him.
Running play and
No
not
game.
much there. Daniel Wise, 64.
Daniel Wise.
He's out of Kansas. His brother
Turn his
Dieter
volume
Wise,
down a
of
little
course,
bit.
a starter for the New England Patriots.
Oh, what a good player, though, in college. I played on a bad football team, and you're watching tape of guys playing on bad teams. They're playing hard no matter the score. On your team.
They say Wise has had a really good camp, number 64. Right now, he's lining up at the end.
Right next to 79 there. That's Houston Hill, the second
Round draft pick out of Central Florida.
They motion Mike Weber out. It looks like they're in empty.
had some good plays and bad plays. Been a little bit inconsistent with that.
Time for White this time.
Oh, White with a fumble.
Comes out.
Alumba. That guy's all over camp, man. Number 32. Alumba's all over the place. It wasn't him that created the fumble. I'm just saying he's around the football, man. Jeez. What a ball. What a pass by Mike White. It was a slant. Who was that? Oh, it was Reggie Davis. Reggie. It was
Mike Jackson there. Joe Jackson made the first play.
Mike Jackson forced the fumble. Wow. But like I said, though, I mean, Brian Browder said that Mike White really needs to step up and he needs to, take stride. Again, he makes a beautiful throw right there. So I'm not quite sure I agree with what Browder is saying because every time I look, Mike White looks like he's doing well. No gain. They ran a zone to the left side, really no gain. Let's see who came up with the. Not sure who number 67 is, but actually it might not even have been a no gain. Might have been a loss.
Jokes in there right now, number 74. It'll be interesting to see what he does here, playing this left defensive end.
56 is Joe Jackson at right defense.
Okay, empty backfield for Mike White. He's about to motion the back into the backfield. Oh no, he didn't. He didn't motion him back in. A quick screen. Looks like that was Cedric Wilson. No, it wasn't Cedric Wilson. Sorry, it was Jordan Chun. Got the sixes mixed up. Looked like he didn't go anywhere.
He was with us the whole summer. Nobody told him he could go home. No. I mean, everybody else goes, hey, you go home, have a little break. Now, Donovan Love is staying around, have lunch with us every day.
You're talking after meeting me.
It was Donovan Alumba made another play. Yo, that guy has to make the roster. Has to. I've seen enough already. I've seen enough. Oh, he dumps it off the Chun. Oh, big game. Big game. Okay, Mike White. Wow. Like I said, I don't know what Broaders is talking about, man. Every time I look, Mike White is making a play. Dumped it off, hot against the blitz. To Chun, big game down the field. Huge game, probably at least 30, 40 yards.
Nice job by Mike White here, though, kind of taking what he can give you, what they're giving him, move the team. That's line one, right? Move the team, have command of what's going on, and find a way to finish this drive off if you can.
Big pick for Mike White.
Sure can. Get Brian
About a two-yard gain for Chun.
There's a lot of talk about Janae Wally getting some snaps as the big thumper back, right? But now that Chun is kind of what he's done, I haven't really heard a lot about that.
No, not at all. And I'll tell you, Nick Spagnola was dead on about Chun. Don't sleep on him because we're going to see some preseason games where he is going to be involved, especially if they get a little lead. They get that.
Okay, guys, let's see. This will be about what? About 2nd and 7? maybe.
Oh, yeah. Here we go.
Ah, nothing, nada,
Okay, Mickey, what do you think of that? Yeah, there he goes.
nada.
Just wanted to know, was it really a fumble or you needed the challenge? I tell you what, it looked like you got knocked out. Okay, yeah, I got knocked out on that one. It was on the other side of the field from where you had your red flag ready to throw it, didn't you? I did, because Reggie Davis has done such a good job. It's like one of the few mistakes he's made. He catches the ball. And he's not just the speed guy. And here he is lined up wide to the right.
Who's in the backfield now?
If they go to him, because it looks like he's going to have single coverage.
So it's probably about 3rd and 10 maybe, because they look like they lost some yards on that play.
His eyes are open up, and it's Joe Jackson.
Mike White with the drop. He runs, he scrambles. Oh man, he running for the first.
Running out of bounds himself. That's the thing with Mike White, though. He get on the move. If he feels like, and here's the replay of that. He gets some inside pressure right there. You kind of see the routes develop down the field, but it's all blue shirts on those routes. And Mike White decides, you know what, I need to live the fight for another day, and gets out of bounds.
It's like Danny White trying to get Joe Pearson off of Atlanta.
Mike White with the wheels.
Oh, what a moment that was in Cowboys playoff history. Let me see a little bit more of these tackles, these young tackles get in there.
Hands it off. Oh, Mike Weber.
Mike Weber, 7th round
Is that a touchdown?
State, making like another Buckeye. Yeah, how about that, though?
Mike Weber with the touchdown. I keep trying to tell y'all boys about him. Keep trying to tell y'all, man. I didn't do that video for no reason. Every time I'm looking, 40 is running over somebody. Wow. Spent about the traffic. Woo. Yes, sir. About a 20-yard touchdown. I see you 4-0. Okay, young fellas. Mike White and Weber. Those are my guys. My guys. All of my guys were in on that drive. Mike White, Mike Weber, Cedric Wilson. Even though Wilson didn't get the ball. You see, you get a good look at Amari in the sweats. Amari's not out there. You know, you guys know about the heel injury. Not sure what they're about to do right now, but but they're talking Brian Broaddus, Nick Eatman, all those guys. So I'll mute them right now. But so far, what I watched Mike White just lead the team down for a touchdown. He had some very key plays in that drive. Actually, before that, when there was the fumble, it was a really good throw to Reggie Davis. So far, I'm really liking what I'm seeing out of Mike White. Weber got in there for the one play that I saw, ran for a touchdown. Jordan Chun looks okay, looks pretty good, looks pretty solid. I'm really liking what I'm seeing out of the young running backs. Pollard had some flashes early in this scrimmage where he scored a touchdown in the red zone period. I mean, you know, he looks really, really solid. Mike Weber looks really, really solid. Chun looks, I mean, it's gonna be tough, man. I mean, we're gonna have to get rid of one of these. We're gonna have to get rid of one of these running backs, man. Either that, or maybe not the young running backs. Maybe it's gonna be the older guys. I've been saying it from get go that I believe we should go Zeke, Pollard, Weber. But we'll see. We'll see how they're thinking about it. Every time I see 4-0 in there, man, he's making plays. He looks like a dog. He looks angry. He's running angry. I'm hoping that he can play specials. It looks like they're running sprints and stuff right now. But I'm really liking what I'm seeing out of this young running back crew that I thought we would see anyway. Defense, that guy 32, man. Alumba. Alumba's got to make this roster, man. He's got to. He has to make this roster. He looks really, really good. If you guys had a chance to check out the highlights that I was able to chop up from yesterday's practice, you'll see he had a pick. He had about, I think, I think he had 2 pass breakups in that one period alone. And then I seen him make a tackle out here. I seen him recover a fumble. I mean, 32 has got to make this roster. Absolutely has to make this roster. I don't know what they're going to have to do to make him make this roster, but he has to make the roster. I'm not sure if he can play in the slot or not, but, I mean, got to make this roster. Has to. I mean, it's something about being around the football. There's something about making plays. And, if he's going to have good enough tape to where after this time, he won't be able to come back here. I'm going to tell you that right now. I'm going to stamp that. They're doing sprints right now. Or more so striders and stuff like that. I'm really let's talk about Kellen Moore for a second. Because I am seeing a lot of motioning. I'm seeing a lot of, just in space, taking advantage of the whole field. And I'm really liking that. I don't see a whole bunch of bunched up jumbo packages so far, but again, it is training camp, so they're working on a couple of things. Defense, I mean, if I have to be completely honest, it looks like the defense is up front is a little bit more physical than we are, and that says a lot because we're about two deep on the O line. I would say of really 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 good players, and being that I see the defensive line, winning the line of scrimmage a lot more, that says something, and it's a good thing. It's a good feeling because they're not going against cupcakes. The second line, the first line are really good. So let me see if I can get some commentary.
Bill, I do. I've got Will McClay here with me.
I think I just seen Jason Garrett run the sprints with the team. I kind of like that. Okay, so Will McClay is interviewing with Mickey.
I think it was exciting to see the offense came out a little bit hot early. You got to see the competitive spirit of the defense. I think looking at guys perform in these situations that are more game-like, got more people in the stand, kind of off script, but seeing guys execute too.
Jordan Chun kind of put his hand up in the air and said, "Hey, don't forget about me." The way he was running the ball there.
Absolutely, that was what we want. We put guys in these competitive opportunities, and the guys that love it, they step up and they make you rethink your thoughts or whatever, or continue evaluating. And every opportunity he gets, he does a good job.
My understanding, you guys were pretty high on him. I think everybody was looking like, oh, he was just a practice squad guy last year, but I think he started to elevate himself.
Yes, absolutely. I think that people forget about guys at the bottom of the roster, and we built this roster to be competitive. So everybody that's on this roster has to compete. And he steps up. He's got that balance and body control. He has to pick up pass protection and those sort of things, but he's a good running back and continue to see him grow.
And Mike Weber said, "Hey, I'm here too."
Yeah, Mike Weber was a guy that we talked about in the draft and knew he had those run skills and getting an opportunity to show it against guys, and he's running against the one, doing some good things.
Now, there's no secret on how well this defense has been playing so far. Sean Lee's not out there right now, DeMarcus Lawrence, Ty Crawford, but what's out there, these guys have been performing pretty well, especially pressure on the quarterback, I thought.
Yeah, I think, our defense, the success of our defense starts with the front, and, you don't have those guys in there, the 90 and the 98, but now it's giving these other guys an opportunity to make the roster and seeing who we can do it. They get coached hard and they need to play hard.
So I think we see the obvious stuff with that defense. Is there anybody out there that just kind of caught your eye or maybe came out of nowhere that's kind of showing up in this week and a half of practice?
I think all the young guys are competing. They got Wise, Tristan Hill, and Jefferson, Joe Jackson. And they're pushing the older guys, and they're watching, but they're also pushing. So I think the young defensive linemen playing our kind of way is a big thing.
Feel free, while Will McClay is talking, feel free to ask questions, Q&A, or whatever. I see a couple of people are watching. Go ahead, feel free. feel free to shoot some questions or some comments, or we can have a debate, or we can go back and forth, comments, whatever. Feel free.
Hey, Will, appreciate it. Thank you very much for being with us. Thank you. Okay, Bill, back to you.
Will McClay doing such a great job running those drafts. Bill Jones, Brian Broaddus, and now joined by Rob Phillips. Rob was a sideline observer throughout this scrimmage and the practice. And what were your impressions, what you saw today, Rob?
I think it's a sign of a complete team when you see a good back and forth between the offense and the defense. In the last couple of days, I think the defense won a lot of these matchups. But you saw Dak Prescott towards the end of the team period, his random combat in practice. Michael Gallup there.
It looks like they're done. So far from my recap, the defense has really been setting the tone. I know I've been saying really, but I'm excited. So because I really like what I see. I see a lot of back and forth between both sides, mainly the defense. And we actually saw this last year. And I remember going to work and telling people who don't know who the Cowboys are that the defense was going to be special last year. I even think that even more this year because guys like Tank, Sean Lee, Tyrone Crawford, those guys aren't even out there right now, and everybody's flying to the football. It looks like the defense is more confident in what they're doing because everybody has another year up under what Chris Richard likes, the tenacity, the togetherness, the charisma, the energy. It just looks like actually like it's just more confidence that it was already, the expectations had already been set. Now we know what we're supposed to look like. We know how we're supposed to play. And that's what it looks like from the defense. They're just flying around. They understand the scheme. Nobody looks confused. They're making the offense work is what it is. And whenever you can make an offense work, like the one that we have, that speaks volumes. And I really like the chippiness. I like the competitiveness from the guys out there, especially the young guys. And like Will McClay said, the younger guys are pushing the older guys because guess what? You out of your mind if you don't think number 10 ain't looking over his shoulder at what number 81 is doing. Or you out of your mind if you don't think some of these older guys aren't looking at number 32 and thinking, well, you know what? He might make himself a place on this roster. Says a lot, man. You know, some of these veterans out here are missing days because of injury and stuff. And I think Noah Brown, I think he missed a day or something like that. And, you know, all of a sudden Guyton is making plays here and there. So, I mean, I really like what I saw. And that's pretty much all I got, man. I'm probably going to do a video maybe later. Maybe I can get something with Elton on Skype and then we'll do a video. But very excited about this team. Again, I think that this team has the ability, of course with Ezekiel Elliott, because I know Zeke is going to come back, but this team has the ability to win the Super Bowl. I've said it before, I'll say it again. This right now is a playoff team. And that's all I got, man. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Make sure you like, subscribe, hit that bell each time I come out with content. All right, guys. Peace.